This is Esther at Stampin Star Creations with a Stamp Around UK video hop. Please be sure to check out everyone's video in the comments below. I'm using In the Moment stamp set and I'm going to come in and just ink it up with black memento ink to lay down the image onto my white cardstock. Then colouring in my lady with various colours. I'm going in with different browns. These are from the skin tone blends, so it's great to have some more colour range in the mix. And then for the window frame, I thought I'd just add some colour so it's not a stark white, a sort of vintage cream colour for the window frame. Then colouring in her skin. I wasn't quite sure what colours I was going to use for this image, but I just knew that I wanted some soft colours, just something peaceful and calm for my card. This is Soft Succulent and colouring in her chinos, I guess, her jeans, her trousers, this nice greeny colour. And then finding a colour to match her top, I'm using Pool Party. And then just coming in with a lighter blend to blend those colours. I'm using Crumb Cake for the cushions and for where she's sitting as well. Now I did skip the rest of the colouring, I didn't realise that I'd stopped recording, so sorry about that. I'm getting the second largest die from the layered circle dies and I'm cutting out a top layer to fit my image. And as you can see, the image is slightly off, but I'll show you how I fix that later. Using the Hope and Prayer stamp, I know I wanted to use that, and then I've come in with the Enchanting Details dies because I wanted some foreground image and to incorporate this die somehow. So the other sort of plant one was a bit big. I didn't think this quite fitted for what I was after, so I used this little, I don't know if it's a little birdhouse or something, but I went for that. Using the black ink again just to stamp my sentiment, "You are in my prayers." Then I felt that the background white was still a bit stark, so I'm coming in with my blue blending brush and a bit of balmy blue just to add a bit of colour onto the background of this stamp. So gently going around to fill in any white areas that I can reach. That's a lot better. It kind of just gives a nice contrast from the top. Now I noticed that you could see the bottom half of this image, so I'm just coming in again with my crumb cake to fill in the bottom half. And I was like, what am I doing? Why don't I just chop down my image, because then it gives me the freedom to move it around. I don't have to have it that particular size. It doesn't need to sit exactly. So this way I've got more freedom to move it around. Don't know what I was thinking. I think when you're starting the card from scratch and making it up as you go along, you kind of, it adapts. So I'm using some foam strips here, which I've just cut down myself from the foam pads that you can buy from Stampin' Up, and I'm just layering the outer rim of the circle so that you've got this nice depth when it comes to seeing the image on the inside. Now, I don't know if you spotted, I've got this lovely Esther smudge on the bottom, which seems, every time I make a clean and simple card, a smudge appears from absolutely nowhere. So I'm bringing out this gorgeous kind of burlap ribbon. I need to check the name of that, and I'm just tying it off with some of the baker's twine just to give it some detail and to make it look less bulky. So that was the natural finish ribbon, it's called, and incidentally you can actually stamp on that ribbon if you want to. So I'm just putting down a bit of Stampin' Seal Plus on the other side, and the great thing about doing this technique with the ribbon is you use less ribbon, but also you can move the ribbon if it's not quite fixed properly and stretch it across. I'm just adhering that centerpiece with the glue dot so that it stops the whole thing moving around. I've popped some dimensions onto the hanging birdhouse thingy and running a bit of glue just to stick that onto the center of the image and then coming out of the circle, and then just snip away the excess. Then I'm going to mount this on some matching crumb cake card. I'm just going to turn it over because I had a bit sticking out and I just want it to look as equal as possible around the edges. I've mounted some more dimensions onto the back. I'm just going to have a bit of glue to make sure it really doesn't move anywhere, and popping it on that crumb cake. I love the kind of idea of the clean and simple look, but I just wanted a few embellishments. Now, if you're not sure where your embellishments are going to go, don't just press them down just yet. So I've just literally laid them on without pressing them on. They looked as if they were floating next to the sentiment, so I decided to add 3 along the top coming down the side just for a bit more detail for the card. And then once you're happy, you can go ahead and properly stick those down. Thank you so much for watching my clean and simple card. Today's theme, which I forgot to tell you, was anything but flowers, so desperately avoiding flowers. So I opted for this scenic card instead. Thank you so much for joining me, and as I said, don't forget to join out the others in the hop. Take care and have a good day. God bless.